Alright guys, welcome to and welcome back. I'm Ronica and I'm so ready to show you guys part 3 of my wedding gown DIY. So, with only 3 months of sewing under my belt, I decided to take on the task of making a wedding gown with no training and no experience. I am self-taught. I've learned off of YouTube and I've learned from trial and error. I do the create and adjust method and it's been working for me. So here I'm just using the Dollar Tree glue and I'm putting little drops in the center of the flowers. And I expected it to dry in like, I don't know, 45 minutes tops. And hours later, okay, it was still wet, y'all. I got off work and it was still wet. And so I was very upset with Dollar Tree. I felt like they were just, getting people's $1.25 and it was, even when you, anyway. So this is what I did, realizing that the zipper was too long. I just went ahead and took some thread. I don't know why I took black thread. I guess because I wanted to see it if it came undone. I should have done it on camera, but I just cut that off and it was no problem at all with my fabric scissors. It just came right off as if it were paper. And that's how I shorten the zipper. So in the future, I'm just gonna, whenever I go to Walmart, I'll just pick up, just like I pick up a spool of thread, I'll pick up a zipper, different sizes, a different size and a different color. That way, before long, I'll have an accumulation. So when I decide to start random projects, I'll have them on hand. I'm not gonna lie. In the past, I have been trying to avoid making anything that required a zipper because I guess I need a zipper presser foot. My daughter was telling me. Reaching. Ooh, this is really big. This is really, really big. Okay, I can turn around now. We're safe. Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay, let me think. Allow me to think. This is gorgeous. Y'all, it's gorgeous. The ideal of it. From like if you squint, it's gorgeous. Nice little pastel colors but in reality, I'm really like, I don't know. I know I'm going to get to the point where I'm proud of this. But right now, this is a stage that I guess I got to go through. You got to go through it rains on the just and the unjust, honey. You got to go through the, oh, man. So for those of you who are actually rooting for me, this is me trying to talk myself into liking it. This is me trying to encourage myself in the Lord. And, but the back of that, the buttocks, why does the cheeks look like that? Anyway, I haven't put the flowers on there yet. The flowers that have it's still not dry. The gold sparkle thing. It's not gonna, until the waist is cinched, I'm not gonna fully understand or see the vision. That needs to be on the inside. I thought it was on the inside all that time. Let me work on this back some more. Yeah, I promise it's not that deep, but you can hear the brokenness in my voice. Oh my goodness. The back, that it does zip up. This is like 2-3 minutes later. I took it off, zipped it up, and I cut off that extra piece that was there. So now I'm going to go through, tuck the bottom part of the zipper in, and I'm going to give it some darts on the sides so that it has more of a cinched waist. Honey, I put about 11 darts in that thing. Dart City, Dart Central. Dart until your heart's content. And I almost made it to where I couldn't get in it. I wanted to see how much the sleeves need to be something else needs to be up there. So hopefully the darts that I put on the side snatch it in and eliminate some of that on that side. And turns out that this is where it's supposed to be. It just needs to be sewn down a little more. And then I'm going to do something creative with the buttocks. Since it's already gathered there, we're going to do something creative with that. But yeah, the back definitely needs to be more. I think what I'm going to honestly do right now is pin these flowers on here so I can take the pins out or sew the flowers on there. It's making me nervous every time I have to try it on, and it's not, yeah. So guys, when I commit to something, I commit to it, and I'm going to see it through all the way. And I believe that I'm going to really admire not only my tenacity for this particular gown, but my willingness to trust the process and to believe in myself, even when it don't look like I should. Inside out, and I'm going straight under the armpit. Straight under the armpit. And I'm just going to take off a guesstimation of a little bit of side. So guys, after working with this fabric for a few seconds, I realized that I wanted to put the pedal on the floor. And so I tried it for more control over the fabric. I'm going to put this on the floor. There we go. Making sure I'm not taking off anything underneath there. Whoa. My thread thing fell over. Okay, grab my scissors. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. I just want to show y'all that's, I'm going to go over this part again because that's looking a little, I don't know. I don't understand what happened there. Maybe that was when I changed the position of the foot press. But it didn't quite. Whew. All right, I feel good about it. So now I am flipping it over, okay? Flip it over. Right by the arm, under the arm. Okay, so apparently there's not an indentation right there, so I have to make one directly under the arm, which is fine. We're gonna lift this up, put it right in there. Foot press is on the floor. And we're just gonna go all the way down with it. Make sure nothing is under there that shouldn't be. This is taking it from a size 18 to okay, so looking back, and I realized it at the time, but I should have put the first dart in there, and then I should have tried it on, and then I should have been like, okay, the next dart doesn't need to be as big as the last one. That would have been a better mindset to have and way of thinking, and I wouldn't have been in the situation where it was like, oh wow, this is snug. Because again, this fabric has no stretch to it. Okay? Has no give. So I feel like the $1,000,000 question right now is it still considered darts if you're shaving off inches of off the fabric? You know, I understand some darts in certain places they accentuate certain things. But if you're like just shaving off the side and like giving it more of a narrow waistline, is that still a dart? Or is that like an alteration? Anyway, just curious. So guys, I just want to bring to your attention, you know how we yes, I'm laying down while doing this voiceover. Um, we watch people grow their hair from teeny weeny afro down to their butt crack, you know, on YouTube, and it's nothing. Like we don't think about it twice. We just watch the journey. But when someone is trying to show, how they learn how to sew, then I don't know, it's like some of the comments where people aren't understanding that you don't quite do it how they do it. You don't in grandma's kitchen, grandma would just eyeball some stuff. My grandma would. Maybe yours actually had the teaspoon measurement things and all that. But we come from a line of, make it work with the best, do the best you can with what you got type folk. And I don't know. I don't know. We watch everything else on YouTube. And I feel like more people need to be showing their journey. Like, it's cool that you're showing, now that you got all the, you crossed your T's and dotted your I's and everything looks aesthetically pleasing. And, but I get it though, because the word of God says a poor man's wisdom is despised and his words are not heard. So I get it. Like, people, they don't really value you until you have something that proves, what I'm saying, like the fruits of your labor. Like when they sent the spies into the land of Canaan to spy it out, and they came back with fruits. It was like, yeah, the land has giants in it, but it also got fruit. You know, poor man's wisdom is despised and his words are not heard. But if y'all just keep watching and see won't God take me from level to level and glory to glory? Okay. I have gained enough knowledge to not do this again. Okay, I'm playing. I'm definitely going to perfect my wedding dresses, wedding gowns. But I need some silver heels. That's what I need. Anyway, so that kind of looks like a bow, right? That kind of looks like a bow back there. So I got to do something to this midsection. And I ain't talking about exercise. Down here, and some lace must be put around here. Thin lace, not the same size it came with. I'm gonna have to cut it down a little bit. I might put a whole applique back here. Have y'all seen that? Those wedding gowns that have like, put the glitter. Oh, and also, let me show y'all. So I had one of these that I smeared. I just kind of smeared it. And that comes off. This is so crazy. It's crazy that they would sell you something that you could just, they say it's glue, and you could just wipe it off. I thought when it dried, see, $1.25. But that's $1.25 I could have spent on something else if that wasn't gonna work. Yeah, because it doesn't dry and the glitter just Anyway, we got gold glitter, so I guess the silver glitter wouldn't. Yeah, I gotta do something to this midsection, y'all. And I ain't talking about dieting. I might take all the flowers off and just put them on the bottom. That's what I'm gonna do. But then we won't have nothing covering up our... Oh, I can take all the flowers and put them back there. That's what I'm gonna do. You gotta stay tuned to see what I end up doing with these flowers. Wow. Okay, so this is after removing the flowers and doing one more dart, kind of like in the back or close by the armpit. Yeah, in that area. We're not messing with the waist no more. So now I'm zipping it up. Okay. So I think this is called the bones of the dress. The structure, the frame, what we're working on. I don't know. But yeah, this is definitely kind of made my booty look flat. My behind look flat. Anyway. But that's what this type of material does. So next time I would have, does it have to be a next time? Like I would have started it probably like no, that's like the gown. This part here needs to be a stretchy material, period. Period. Hold on. I'm tearing up some stuff, ain't I? Let me see, where are y'all? Okay. So y'all, hear me out. I'm starting to think that the dress looks better without the flowers and without anything extra added to it. Do something to cover up that midsection. No. Maybe if it was actually just the lace part. That's an idea. Y'all see what I'm talking about? I didn't want to cover up that. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna go ahead and serge off very minimal of this, probably to here, because I'd rather have more than enough and then go down and reserge than not enough. So we're gonna do that, and then we're going to put that on here, so it's gonna be like a double skirted type thing. Now, originally I was having plans to do it like this. Let me just pin it on here and then I will show you guys. No, not like that. I'm gonna start off with the highest point, which is right here. Okay, that way it kind of, I want to say, give some coverage to the stomach area. I don't want it to look too cluttered, but I don't want it to be to just give dress. I want it to give wedding gown. So I'm trying to make it fancy enough to where it's obvious, right? Even though there's some gowns that are very simple, but they still give wedding gown. But I just want to make sure this isn't giving Easter Sunday as opposed to Easter Sunday on the motherboard. You know, that's the mature woman. Y'all know what I'm talking about. What they call it, the Matreon look. I didn't even know what that word meant. I was like, what is that? I had to Google it. Matron. Matron. All right, so let me step back, look at it from y'all's point of view. I think it's cute. I think it's real cute. Now I want to get my white lace. I feel real important right now, y'all. Real important. White lace to go around here. Why do I feel important? I feel important because it feels like I'm serving a purpose. I can't describe it. But it's, if somebody likes this, like, you know, you never know where this could go. Where this could end up. Ooh. Okay, okay. Let me step back. Y'all need to see this. Trying to do this with one hand. Okay. So we have the lace up here. All right. Lace going over there. And then we have the lace down here, which I need to make some further adjustments on that. And then we have the other portion of the skirt. And then when we turn it around, let me put y'all back on the stand. All right, so when we turn her around, now mind you, the flowers are still going to be on here somehow. So when we turn her around, we have, I'm not going to be afraid to pin because this is just pinning, right? I'm going to fold this over. Okay, so I wanted it to like drape across in like a majestic, royal type of way, you know, kind of like a castle, how it would be in a castle, you know, grand. Um, but for now, I'm just gonna have to settle with trying to figure out what's going to make this look functional, what's going to make this look cohesive and everything go together. Now, guys, when I got married, it kind of took me by shock. I had never been to a wedding before up until that point. And okay, well, no, I take that back because we had some at our church, and you know, this is and that, but I was never hands on involved with one. You know what I mean? Like where you um, get to find out, oh, well, this is how much the prices of the dresses are. You know what I mean? So when I got married, everything was just like, you mean to tell me they charge how much for flowers? You mean to tell me they charge how much for this and that and that and this? And it's like, you know, they say start saving up for, you know, your children's education as soon as they come out, right? But they don't tell you start saving up for their wedding as soon as they come out. I mean, for those people who have those extravagant weddings, like, I mean, and it ain't even got it doesn't even have to be extravagant. Like if you're able to put on somewhat of a ceremony, like hat off to you. You know, um and then there's another side to that. The other side to that is there's some people that go way overboard and you know, they have multiple they just go not overboard, because if you got the money, do it. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. You don't realize that it's gonna go left, you know. But we didn't have funds in place for an extravagant wedding. So another reason why I'm into making wedding gowns is because of the obvious. And like I said, I'll reveal that on the last video. So yeah, guys, I'll show pictures of the wedding and what I wore, what Tony wore, and all that. Um, and I just, when people would invite me to their wedding or to be in their wedding, I would have to kindly decline. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't have the money for bridesmaid dresses and stuff like that, or even for a gift. So I just wouldn't go. Um, I've messed up a few friendships like that. I have, but I just had to be real. I didn't have it. I told y'all how long I was working at that one place, and it wasn't like the money was just falling off the tree. So like when I look at people's wedding pictures, it's kind of a bittersweet, because I'm happy for them and everything like that, but it's like, anyway, we're gonna change the subject. What about those Chiefs? So I just want to point out that these are the beads I'm going to be putting on here, right? The pearls beads. I don't know exactly which ones to start off with. Those are the beads. And I was already like hand sewing this on here, right? And then I thought about it and I was like, this would be a perfect place to put beads. So what I'm doing is, the beads have little holes in them, which are so convenient because I thought I had to glue these on. So now, okay, I don't want it to get tangled up. So now it's on the thread. Y'all see that? It's on the thread, and I'm just gonna go ahead and, it's like when you're putting beads in somebody's hair, assuming that you know how to put beads in somebody's hair. And so I'm just gonna hold that in position, do a couple stitches. See, look at that. Look at that. My first time doing that. I don't know exactly how much space I want in between each bead. Or maybe I just want them in random places. Hold on. Y'all see that loop right there? That shouldn't be there. There we go. But I'm going to put another one on there. Just stick it through the needle. Let it drop. It's dangling. And now we're just... So yeah, this hand sewing is going to slow down my process, but it's definitely necessary. Definitely got to happen. Now, why is that one still going back and forth? If it ain't tight, it ain't right. There we go. Do a little bit more. So I have quite a bit to hand sew. I just realized that the lace on the arms, the sleeves, I realized that has to be hand sewn. Because the way how I put it on, next time when I do the sleeves, let me show y'all. Make it wider. Next time when I do the sleeves, y'all, I will put the lace on the sleeve before I form it into the shape of a sleeve. And just sew it on there. You know, you learn from your mistakes, you create and adjust, you pray for the trolls. And yeah, I just think it'll be much easier when it's already like laying flat. I may be wrong. We're going to see. All right, so I don't know what's going on here. I'm going to stop and slow down and figure out what's going on with this. So it's managed to, I don't know if that's a knot or if it's just like, you know, when you're on the swing set and then it twirls around and twirls around. No, that feels like a knot. That's why I don't like working with a lot of thread at one time, because sure, you don't have to keep threading the needle, but yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this about right there, I guess. Right there. We got 2 in. We did good. And I do want to say I do want to say I'm very much aware that it would look better if I did this part, the tying of the knot, on the inside, so it's less, you know, less frayed pieces, right? Or not frayed pieces, but just loose thread. Even though I'm going to cut this super close to the knot. But I'm not worried about it. Again, first time doing this, I expect mistakes. I expect it to be a little wonky and whatnot. I would be lying to myself if it wasn't. Okay, guys, so we have two updates, right? One update is this. I went ahead and made this as narrow as possible with the serger. I had to go over it like 2 times. Okay, 3. And that is kind of like draping. Hopefully it's going to show off the, not show off the hip, but accentuate the hip. Since right now this fabric is very constricting and it looks like we have none. So I did the same thing with the other side. It's just pinned up there. It's not sewn yet, but I will have to hand sew that on there after I try it on to make sure that I like where it's positioned. What else? So the glue, I apologize, Dollar Tree. I was so mad at y'all yesterday. It took it 24 hours, but the glue finally dries on the flowers. And it feels secure. I was thinking about putting a pearl in each flower and then putting them on there. But right now it's starting to give like, I'm not going to down my own work because somebody out there may really, really like it. But, yeah, I felt like, you know, I was decorating in December. So I can't wait to make, I have another idea for a different one, and it's going to be more chic. It's definitely going to be more chic. So now what I want to show you guys, what I've decided to do, excuse me, I'll take this. Okay, so what I decided to do, this was going to be part of the veil. So this is the veil. Let me get that paper, not the paper, the fabric. Hold on now, I know. I'm always telling y'all to be prepared. And here I'm not prepared. I think it's over here. All the wedding material was over here. There it is, see? I was prepared. This is 2 yards for $3. And this is a vanilla color. 2 yards. Is it folded under? Where's the rest of it? Walmart get on my nerves. They little sometimey butts. 2 yards? Now they want to give accurate measurements? What? I got glitter on my nose. Anyway, so this is like polyester. This feels like polyester. Assorted fabrics. I still don't know my different fabrics. But this right here, y'all, I'm going to pleat the crap out of this. It's going to be pleated central. Pleated in a cute little design. that's going to give it a train. And it's going to cover up all that back there that we don't want to show. All right. Then after that, we're going to call it done. We're going to go take these pictures. See, this kind of matches. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all see the, y'all don't see. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't get me. But no, it kind of matches the flowers. So it's like you got white, you got off-white, you got eggshell white. You got gingivitis white, like you got all these different whites on here. And they're all gonna come together for an accumulation of wedding vibes. If you're patient, stay tuned, it's gonna be worth the while. Hang in there with me and learn something. Okay, maybe not learn something, but watch me learn something.